Good afternoon, everyone. We are here to wave the American flag and all that it stands for. We're so proud of so many of our members who have taken this fight for our democracy to the floor of the House and across the country. I want to salute in particular Chairman John Sarbanes, who has been such a leader over the years in fighting for our democracy. We'll hear from him momentarily. Zoe Lofgren, the chair of the Committee of Jurisdiction, House Administration Committee, who's worked so hard on this legislation. You'll hear from them and other members, but I also want to acknowledge Terry Sewell, who has an important part of this bill in H.R. 4, which is the Voting Rights Act, an important part of that. So here we are. I said on the floor, this reminds me of what it must have felt like at Valley Forge. Everything is at stake. We must win this race, this fight for this bill, because at the same time as we are gathering here to honor our democracy across the country, over 200 bills are being put together, provisions are putting forth to suppress the vote. To suppress the vote, how could it be? How do we pledge allegiance to the flag in this capital, this temple of democracy, while at the same time supporting voter suppression across the country? So what we are doing in this fight that we're engaged in is to empower the people. This is called the For the People bill. And in doing so, we combat big, dark, special interest money in politics and amplify the voice of the American people. We fight foreign interference in our elections. Foreign interference in our elections. We expand voting rights. We fight political gerrymandering, and we crack down on corruption. The bill, as Mr. Sarbanes says, caffeinates every other issue because it gives people confidence that if we come down on the side of the people's interest, not the special interest, we will be able to have policies that are for the people, policies to help us build back better, to end a pandemic and address economic disparities, end gun violence, and by promoting gun violence prevention, which we hope to do shortly, to have a national reckoning on racial injustice and to address the surging climate crisis, just to name a few issues that are affected, and again, to raise the minimum wage, just to address a few issues that are affected by big, dark money weighing in the Capitol. So today, members of Congress will have a choice. They will have a choice to vote for the people's interest and expanding the voices of the American people, or to vote with the special interest and further empowering big, dark money, which suffocates the system.